Hello, brave, wonder-filled, glorious, expansive, dynamic, magical, miraculous soul friends. Welcome to another Conversations with Kristin, that glorious, transformative, beautiful part of your day where you explore human consciousness from the inside out. So, today I want to talk about ways to treat yourself like a life partner. You are the only person you're guaranteed to spend the rest of your life with. Does that excite you or does that terrify you? Because it should excite you. You should be super stoked and super pumped and super jazzed and super thrilled and super ecstatic with joy that you get to spend the rest of your life with you. And if that's not what you're feeling, that is just an invitation to embrace this healing journey in deeper dynamic ways. Because your consciousness is a beautiful, miraculous wonderland. And when embracing the healing journey of life for personal power reclamation with love is truly embraced, consciousness transforms into a home that feels really, really good to live in. That's just the state of a healed consciousness. It's inevitable. It's inevitable. If you invest in the magical, miraculous healing journey of life to reclaim your power by lovingly befriending the miraculous consciousness that carries you, I promise that you will cultivate a loving home inside of your heart, and you will start to live in a consciousness that feels really good to experience. And realizing that you are the only person that you're guaranteed to spend the rest of your life with will be awesome to know. It'll feel really good. It'll feel really hopeful. It'll feel really happy. It'll feel like, yeah, baby, all the time. All day, every day. That's just the state of a healed consciousness. So, one way that we can embrace the healing journey of life, reclaim personal power, and cultivate deeper self-love, all of things which can heal, transform, and empower our consciousness from the inside out, is to treat ourselves like we would treat a life partner, someone that we're intimately in love with. So, let's take a lunch date as an example, or a dinner date because that's a little more romantic, right? So let's take like a meal date as an example. When you go out, and you can just imagine this, maybe it's not an experience you've personally had, but you've imagined it, or you've seen them in movies or on TV, or maybe this is an experience that you're very familiar with. But either way, just play with me here a little bit, okay? When you go out on a meal date with someone, you're enraptured by their presence. Every breath they breathe is magic. Every time they look at you, your heart flutters and flies, and you feel so seen, and you feel so good. You feel a spark of love. You feel a spark of hope. You feel something inside of you that makes you really stoked to be alive. You feel something inside of you that feels really worth living. Life is worth living, like you are worth it, like you deserve happiness, like happiness is something that you're capable of achieving in this lifetime. And then when you're talking, it doesn't even matter what the conversation is about. It's all awesome because the person you're with is awesome. It doesn't matter if they say something silly. It doesn't matter if they say something boring. Everything they say is wonderful because they're the ones saying it. And so, when we have lunch with ourselves, when we take ourselves out on a lunch date or a dinner date or a snack date, do we treat ourselves that way? Can we experience ourselves that way? Do you get bored by your own thoughts? Do you get frustrated by your own thoughts? Or are you sitting there admiring the way that your brain's creating thoughts and you're just like, wow, every thought you think is magic. I love the way your mind works. You're a wonder to behold, and I love beholding you. Consciousness, I love you. Can you let that be your experience? Because I promise there's infinite power in those types of experiences. Self-love heals consciousness. And that's another topic for another time, because I could talk about that for days. Neuroscientifically. So take yourself out on a date and notice how you treat yourself and adjust the route of your automated perceptual awareness. When you're out on a date with someone and they're sharing something about work or maybe a project they're working on, are you sitting there like, okay, and then what's your next step? Okay, all right, well, you better get that stuff done, man. No, you're like, oh man, that sounds amazing. I'm so proud of you. How exciting for you. Can you talk to yourself that way? When you have a project or a work thing that you're doing, are you like, okay, and then I have this step, and then I gotta get this stuff done. I better get on it, man. Or are you like, oh man, I'm so proud of you, consciousness. I'm so proud of you, person that I am. I'm so proud of the way you're so diligent and creative and determined and hardworking. I admire you. I appreciate your efforts. Can you talk to yourself this way? If so, can you make it a daily practice? If not, what's stopping you? Because that's a clue of consciousness to explore that will really blow up in your healing journey in really, really good ways. It'll just blow things wide open. And then there's like all these doors opening where there were walls before. How exciting. How exciting. How exciting. To take yourself out on a date and notice how you treat yourself. Are you rushing your food or are you enjoying it? Are you complimenting yourself or are you criticizing yourself? Are you tuning out of your own experience? Are you consciously tuning in with it? Are you appreciating yourself or are you dismissing yourself? Are you empowering yourself or are you invalidating yourself? Notice how you treat yourself. And maybe at first you don't change how you treat yourself. Maybe you start by just noticing, because presence is your power. And you can't change something until you're present with it first. So maybe you don't force things or rush things, and maybe you don't try to fall in love with yourself immediately. Maybe you just start by being present and observing what is already occurring. From that space of presence, anything's possible. I talk about that in another video, so check out my video about presence being a first step for any kind of healing journey. So play with it when you're sitting by yourself. Ooh, blustery day. Ooh, fairies be dancing. Fairies be dancing. Ah, literally. You guys see a butterfly? Ooh, pretty. Take yourself out for a date. When you're having a meal by yourself, maybe it's just a casual meal at home and it's just something that happens every day, so don't think much about it. But imagine you're on a date with your consciousness. Imagine you're on a date with your body. Imagine you're on a double date with your consciousness and your body. Play with it. Play with it. Play with it. Be present. Explore. Have fun. Reclaim your power. Love yourself. Love yourself whole. Love yourself whole. Heal yourself into happiness. Got my I love my Parts of Consciousness t-shirt on. Having something tangible helps. Get an I Love My Parts of Consciousness mug and a I Am a Unicorn of Consciousness t-shirt, and wear that shirt and use your mug for a nice hot cup of tea or a nice fresh glass of orange juice at your next meal as you have a date with yourself. You can explore my merchandise in the Teespring store. The link is below. Get something that helps you be present with your healing journey. Be intentional. Make a cup of tea or grab a fresh cup of OJ and put it in your I Love My Parts of Consciousness mug. And as you sit there eating your food, look at the mug and just be present with the concept of loving yourself. Just be present with the concept of loving your consciousness. Just be present with the intention of love and the attention towards your own consciousness. You don't have to do anything else. Just be present with those ideas. Just be present with those ideas. That's where magic happens. Just be present with the idea of loving yourself. Just be present with the idea of having a date with your consciousness. You don't have to do anything. Just let the idea be there and see what happens. Play with it. Play with it. Love yourself whole. Heal yourself into happiness. And if you're looking to heal yourself into happiness, I'm coming out with a playbook very soon. It's like a workbook, but a whole lot more fun. And it's very specifically designed to help you completely transform your everyday healing journey of life. Completely transform the way that you experience yourself, the way that you experience the world around you, the way that you have connected presence with your miraculous consciousness. There's all kinds of play prompts, activity prompts that guide you through all these brand new experiences. Very easy, simple, tangible things you can do in your everyday healing journey of life. It's intended to be easy and fun, but in the process, you're also rewiring your neurophysiology. You're balancing out your brain, regulating your brain waves and nervous system, increasing your frontal lobe engagement, rewiring unconscious memory systems for total transformation. There's so much magic, so stay tuned. If you're interested in it, please email me and I will keep you updated because it's coming out soon and I want to make sure that you get a chance to be the first one in the door to snag your copy. It is pure magic. There's nothing like this in the world. I've used all the mental health workbooks. There ain't nothing out there like this. It is magic. It is total magic. I use these prompts on a daily basis and it always shifts my experience towards something more happy, more hopeful, more positive, more loving, more power-filled. It's a very powerful, fun, awesome book. So let me know if you're interested. You can email me at artistryofexistence@gmail.com and I will keep you posted as I finish it up. I'm almost there. It is so exciting, filled completely with original concepts that will rock your world. And if you're ever looking for healing journey guidance, if you're just like, man, I want to be on this healing journey, but I don't know what's next and I don't get what I'm feeling and I don't know, man. I feel you. I have been there, my friend. I've been there. You're not alone and there's always hope and I'm here to help because you deserve health, well-being, and happiness. So if you ever like to get together, little bees buzzing around the rose garden. If you'd ever like to get together through a consciousness consulting call, I would be honored to connect with you. We share sacred healing space and explore your healing journey from the inside out. We explore what's happening behind the scenes in your consciousness. You tell me what's going on in your inner world from what you can notice, and then I help you interpret that so you understand what's going on and the 95% of your consciousness that you do not have direct access to. There's all the stuff going on inside you and you don't know about it. You just know about the clues on the surface. You're like peering inside your consciousness like, hello, where are you coming from and why? That's what I'm here to help with. And then that's only the first part of the call. From that space of renewed self-understanding, I help guide you through a process of determining what's the next step in responding to these clues of consciousness. What do you do with this knowledge? How can you be a friend to yourself? How can you befriend your miraculous consciousness with love to reclaim your personal power? And I always meet you exactly where you are with love and compassion and unconditional presence. And we create a plan of action, something very tangible and doable that you can do in your everyday healing journey of life that will help you feel more love in your being, more friendship with yourself, and more power in your everyday journey of life. So you can check out my website below for more information, or you can email me to schedule your call at artistryofexistence@gmail.com. I would be truly honored to connect with you and share sacred healing space. And if you're ever looking for other healing journey resources, I also have a series of guided meditations and my Restoring Consciousness Toolkit, and they are both extremely magical and powerful. I have articles that go into detail about what they include so that you can know up front what you're investing in. There's a lot of magic, and so you can check those out. There's even a preview of the meditations and stuff, so you can see if it's a style that might work for you or something that you would enjoy and benefit from. And my Restoring Consciousness Toolkit, the article that introduces it, it goes into detail about all the magic that's included. There's a lot of really good content in there. So please check out my website below for more information, and you can really discover what's in them. And then you can email me to order your copy of any of my healing journey offerings at artistryofexistence@gmail.com. So, love yourself whole, heal yourself into happiness. Take yourself out on a date and treat yourself the way that you would treat a partner that you're madly in love with. And I'm not talking a partner that, you're like, yeah, we're friends and like I dig them, but like whatever. I'm talking someone you look in their eyes and you melt inside. I'm talking someone that makes you so stoked that you're even alive at all. I'm talking about someone that it doesn't matter what they're saying, it's awesome because they're the ones saying it. I'm talking about that kind of intimate love. Take that conceptual, implicit energy and harness it in the way that you love yourself. Harness it in the way that you interact with yourself. Harness it in the way that you approach your own consciousness, because you are miraculous. You are miraculous and expansive and dynamic and wonder-filled and glorious, and you deserve to fall deeply and madly and hopelessly in love with you. You are the only life partner you are ever guaranteed to spend the rest of your life with. Does that excite you or does that terrify you? Let your healing journey intention be, to allow that idea to excite you. Maybe it doesn't right now, but set an intention. By the end of the year, I'm gonna be excited about spending the rest of my life with me. Okay? Set an intention. I'm inviting you. I'm encouraging you. I'm double dog daring you to set an intention right here, right now. My intention is to be excited about spending the rest of my life with me by the end of this year. Come back to that intention once or twice a day, every day, and see what happens. See what magic is made, because intention is your power. Intention and attention give you more power than you can possibly comprehend. They single-handedly determine the activation and rerouted wiring of your brain's neural networks. They can single-handedly, intention and attention can single-handedly give you more power than you've ever had hold of in your entire life. So let your intention be clear and let your attention be towards your intention every day. And watch the magic that happens. And again, if you ever get stumped along the healing journey, just let me know. Let's get together in a consciousness consultant call, or maybe one of my healing journey offerings, my products could be of benefit. You're worth investing in. If you're spending the rest of your life with you, that's a relationship worth investing in. That's a relationship worth investing in. You're gonna spend the rest of your life with you. It's time for that to be a really good thing. You deserve it. You deserve to fall in love with you. You deserve a safe haven in the home of your heart. You deserve a sanctuary inside of your miraculous soul. You deserve to fall in love with the magic that you already are. You deserve to appreciate all the corners of who you are. You deserve to wake up in the morning and confidently look in the mirror and say, man, I love the way I walk, I love the way I talk, I love the way I speak, I love the way I think, I love the magic of my mind, I love the beauty of my body, I love the miracles of my expansive neurophysiology, I love the way I see the world, I love the way I create, I love the way I express myself, I treasure my heart, I appreciate who I am, I respect who I am, I admire who I am. I'm so looking forward to this day with me because I love me. And I deserve a great, big, beautiful life. You deserve for that to be your reality every single day. Does that sound impossible? I promise it's not. I promise impossible is just a freaking word. Impossible is nothing. It's just a word thrown around. It doesn't actually have meaning. Nothing is impossible. I'm living proof of that. I'm living proof of that. Nothing is impossible. It doesn't matter where you are, it doesn't matter who you are, it doesn't matter what you're going through, it doesn't matter where you've been. Does not matter. Impossible is nothing. Let that excite you. Let that give you so much hope. Let that give you so much empowerment. Let that revive dream chasing. Let that inside of you, let that inspire you forward. Let that propel you, motivate you, amplify you, raise you up. Impossible is nothing. If something feels impossible, notice the feeling and let it go. Do not agree with it because it's not telling you the truth. I got a secret for you. Come here. Are you ready for a secret? I'll make sure no one else hears this. It's a big secret. Anything is possible. In fact, the word impossible is really just I'm possible. I love you, I believe in you, the best is yet to come. Go take yourself out on a date and treat yourself like total royalty because you're worth it. I'll see you next time, soul friends. I love you and I believe in you. And I thank you for being here.